Cuando vas a ir a cumbres, de que allá arriba, sigues derecho en vez de tomarte la subidota esa.
No, sí, pero hay otros que hay por ahí. Fíjate si esos no son, yo también pensaba que eran esos, pero están por la misma calle. No, creo que están por acá.
¿Son esos? ¿Cuáles son esos? Ah, no, ese es el balcón.
Creo que la torre es...
Pero
me gusta así, más que como nivel 10 está muy padre, pero... ¿Estamos en mute?
Hey, Isabella, whenever you're ready. Good morning. Oh, she froze. Isabella, I think you froze.
Sorry, there's a plane that's literally about to fly away.
Go ahead. I think you froze.
Yeah, it's...
The good thing is you froze very pretty.
Now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're a little frozen.
So today we're on top of a terrace and we're outdoors. So just bear with me if you can hear a little bit of noise and extra soundtrack in the background. But welcome back to another cooking class with Northgate. I'm your host for this evening and my name is Isabella and I'm really happy to be here with you guys. And a little bit about me, if you're new, I am a photographer, I'm a food stylist, and I'm a self-taught chef. And I say self-taught because I was taught by the very best cooks, family members, aunts and uncles, my dad who loves to cook, my grandmother that I never had the pleasure of meeting, but I inherited her cookbook, not her cookbook, her recipe book. And it's one of my most prized possessions. So you can definitely say that food and cooking is in my DNA. So I'm really excited to be with you here today. And today, bear with me because we have a very simple recipes. We do have a couple of steps, okay? So we are making hamburguesas with pan Bimbo, and this class is brought to you guys by our friends from Bimbo. I bought up all my ingredients on my local Northgate, and we're making hamburguesas, hamburgers. We're making Chiles Toreados that we're gonna use as a caramelized. We're gonna use the onions as in our burger, and then we're gonna eat the chilito on the side. And we're making grilled potato wedges, okay, you guys? So bear with me, a couple of steps, but super easy recipes. And with these, if you can get these recipes down, you'll be good for grilling and on over the holiday weekend, okay? So what we're gonna do is, if you're actually cooking with us, let us know, bear with us as well. Oh, we'll bear with you, we'll bear together today, okay? We'll be patient. Just let us know if you're cooking so I can pace myself and not talk too fast. So let us know, put it in the chat if you have any questions and we'll start, okay? We're starting with the grill. We're gonna preheat the grill for 450 degrees. So when the grill reaches that temperature, it's good to go, okay? You guys, remember when you open the grill, the temperature tends to lower a bit, but start it on medium until it comes all the way to 450, okay? So we're starting today with our Chiles Toreados, okay, you guys? And this is a super easy recipe. You basically, what we're gonna do is you're gonna grab a couple of pieces of foil and we are going to add our chiles, which is 5 chiles, and 1 sweet onion sliced. We are adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil at the bottom. So I'll start with that. Adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm gonna eyeball it. There we go. And then we're also adding butter and our 5 chiles güeros and our sweet onion or yellow onion if you don't find sweet onion. And we're gonna all place it in here, okay, you guys, just like that. Just like that. And this is one of our sides. One of our sides that also works as a topping or as a condiment for our burger. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice. And this is gonna add acidity to our Chiles Toreados. It's a perfect little marriage in here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire or salsa inglesa, like we all know it, or leaf herrings. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 tablespoons. I'm also gonna eyeball it today, but 3 tablespoons of salsa inglesa and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, okay? As well, I'm gonna go like that. And then we're gonna create 8. We're gonna season with a little bit of salt and pepper. I would just do a little pinch of salt. I know this thing, you guys. I'm gonna get another one soon. That is not so high tech, okay? We're gonna season with a little bit of salt here. And make sure you do a little pinch because soy sauce and salsa inglesa already have, I'm just gonna go like that, just a little pinch, okay? Because they already have a lot of sodium. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little pouch. Windy up here. We're gonna create a little pouch and make sure it's closed up, just like that. Make sure nothing goes in there. Do a couple of layers of the foil because since it is gonna get really hot, you don't want it to open or to puncture in the grill. So this is what I'm gonna do, okay? Just like that, I'm gonna put it in the grill and we're gonna cook it for about 20 to 25 minutes, okay? I do open it when we leave it in there closed for about 20 minutes. I check, and if I wanna go a little bit more caramelized and a little bit more cooked, I do for 5 more minutes, okay? So 20 to 25 minutes in our grill. I'm gonna place it in a little corner. And what we're gonna do, any questions about the Chiles Toreados? And you're gonna see the final result in a bit.
No, that looks amazing though. I'm already thinking how I'm gonna make my 4th of July hamburger.
Yes, and they're so easy to make. Obviously, if this is like for a barbecue or something, or if you wanna, you can also do these recipes. You can also place the Chiles Toreados in the oven or in a little oven, kitchen oven, or you can do, if you don't wanna turn on the grill, you can also do a grill pan inside if you don't have a grill. So you can definitely cook this at home. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so what we have going on here is our Chipotle sauce, okay, you guys? And this was really close to the grill, so it's hot, so I'm gonna wait. But what we have going on here is I like to call this sauce my not so secret Chipotle sauce, because obviously I'm sharing the recipe with you guys, and it's kind of an homage to the secret sauce from In-N-Out, but obviously Mexican. So what we have going on here is we have, and maybe you want to show them, come in closer so they can see. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Okay, so what we have going on here is we have 3/4 cups of mayo. I have 1/3 cup of ketchup. We have 3 tablespoons of Chipotle adobo sauce. We have 1 tablespoon of relish. We have 1 tablespoon of finely chopped shallots. We have 1 tablespoon of finely chopped pickled jalapeño, canned pickle. And then we have 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped parsley, okay, you guys? And we are going to mix. Just this one. So I'm gonna add the relish. I'm gonna add the shallots. And shallots are something that I like to cook a lot with. And in Spanish, they're called echalotes. Echalotes as well. So a shallot is basically lots of travel today. It is Thursday. So a shallot is basically if an onion and a garlic had a baby. That's how I would describe it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine everything in a bowl, just like that. And then with this secret sauce, you honestly don't need to add because I'm a ketchup fan and I'm a mayo fan, and I need that in my sandwich. Not my sandwich. I need that in my burger. But honestly, with this sauce, you don't need to add ketchup or you need to add a mayo to your burger because it has it all in here in our not so secret Chipotle sauce. But it has that little kick that we need in our burger. Okay, so I'm gonna mix just like that. And every time I make this sauce, my sister's like, they should have this sauce at In-N-Out. And I'm like, just take your Chipotles. Take a little bit of Chipotle and a jalapeno to In-N-Out and just mix it in because it's basically it is what this is what it is. It's like the secret sauce from In-N-Out.
So it's Isabella's secret In-N-Out sauce.
Exactly. My not so secret Chipotle sauce. Okay, you guys? That you can also use as a dip for our potato wedges that we're going to make. So look at that, you guys. Let's show them. Look at that. It's creamy. It's chunky. It's honestly, it's delicious. And I'm just going to season with a little bit of salt. Just like that. And a little bit of pepper. And I'm going to have to try it to see. Always season to taste, you guys. Always season to taste. When you do dressings, when you do, basically when you do anything that you can actually taste, season to taste, okay? You can even put this on your hot dog, okay? If you guys want to do hot dogs over the weekend, it's a great sauce, okay? I have some here that I made earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna take this to the back. Okay, and let me bring my potatoes, you guys. I'll talk about my potatoes, but I'm first going to start with our burgers, but I want to talk about my potatoes. Maybe you can show. So this is recipe asked for 6 russet potatoes, scrubbed, cleaned with a peel on, and we're gonna cut them lengthwise into wedges, okay, you guys? And I am a fan, and I will never get tired of saying this. I love mashed potatoes with the peel, con la cáscara. I love it. I feel like it adds flavor. I feel like it adds some sort of texture. So I love it. I know I also like the creamy one without the peel. I like it as well. But and there's something about these fries or potato wedges that is so home, like it's a cozy comfort food, you know? It's like you can go anywhere and buy typical French fries, but these are made with love, you guys, okay? And the seasoning, so this is what it is. 6 potatoes cut into half into wedges, and then we're gonna toss them with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, okay? And we're gonna season with salt and pepper. And we're just gonna toss, and we're going to place these guys on the grill as well. And I'll show you when I toss them in there. I have like a little pan that I put on top of the grill, because sometimes the grill has like really big openings, and sometimes your French fries or other veggies fall in all the way down. So I have like this little thing that I'll show you a little trick, a little hack, okay? So I have all the potatoes right here, and I'll talk about our burgers, okay? Okay, so here's the deal about burgers, okay? And this is a little trick that I like to use because I trial and error, you guys, okay? When you fail and you experiment, that's how you get things right. Practice makes perfect. So always measure your patty. Always do it 1 more inch larger than your bun, okay? Than your bread. Always make it larger than your bread, because remember, when you're cooking the burgers, they tend to shrink, okay? So you always make your night burger, and you don't want to make it too big because the bread is normal size, and when you take out your little burger, you're left with some Krabby Patties, okay? You don't want Krabby Patties. You want nice patties that you want to be able to put in your Bimbo, okay? In your Bimbollo, or in your burger patty, in your burger bread, okay? So what we have going on here is 1.5 pounds of ground beef. And for burgers, I like to buy the 80-20 one. So 80% lean and 20% fat instead of the 90% lean. Because you do want a little bit of fat in your burgers, because what happens when there's fat in your meat is that they tend to not dry up. Okay, so sometimes burgers are super dry and they're parece chancla, huarache, la hamburguesa, and you don't want that. Okay, you want a nice and soft and juicy patty, and that's what you get when you go for 80-20. So always try to go for 80-20 unless you're like on a, I don't know, major diet. Okay, but then don't eat a burger, eat a salad. Okay, so what we have going on here is what I like to do is I put my meat in a bowl and I add 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. Okay, and I do 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, salsa inglesa, and I mix it all together, and then I create my patties. Okay, and now when I have my patties, I season with salt, with fresh ground pepper, and I do a little bit of Lawry's garlic salt. Okay, you guys. So I mix together the parsley, so I have even amount of parsley in my patties. I create my patties, and I do, and recipe also mentions that I do like to leave my patties a little bit thicker on the sides. Okay, so a little bit more flat on the middle, but a little bit more thick on the sides. Okay, and this is going to help for the juices to remain, and it's going to help for to keep the shape of your patty, of your burger. Okay, you guys, let me know if you have any questions before we actually add our stuff on the grill.
No questions.
No questions. Okay. So I'm going to add our our potato wedges first. Well, there are fries. They're just potato wedges. I'm going to add them first because they do take a little bit. And I'll let you know that you shouldn't have them over on top of each other. Try and keep them as on the same layer, okay, a little bit of spread out, because I want them to cook evenly. Okay, so I am going to add my potatoes first because they will take a little bit longer than our patties. Okay, so we'll do that. This, and then we'll go to the grill. So you can see here that this is the patty that I use, or for anything, you know, sometimes you're grilling asparagus, you're grilling some zucchini. So I like to have this because, okay, so this is a nice way of cooking your veggies or smaller things. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of oil, and I like to use a little bit of canola spray oil for this. And I'm going to add my potato wedges, guys. Ooh, look at that, you guys. And I'm going to start and spreading them. And if you need to use your grill, I mean, if they don't fit in here, that's what you want to do is you want to cut like that. Look at that, you guys. Oh, and after we cut our potatoes into wedges, what I do like to do is a little pre-cook. So what I do like to do is, and I'm going to close this up so they cook nice and like that. So I do like another thing. So nice little music in the background. Okay. What I do like to do with my that airplane threw me off. I'm sorry. Okay, so potatoes are cooking and are cooking, and when we're gonna add our burgers to the grill, we're gonna also close it, okay? Because temperature tends to lower when we leave the grill open, and that's gonna keep our flavors nice and juicy. And I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot, and I will come back. We'll come back. Potatoes. What was it? So we have our potatoes cooking. We have our Chiles Toreados in a little corner, and we are going to add our patties, you guys. Look at these nice patties. Look at that. Is anybody cooking along with us, or is everybody waiting for the weekend? What's going on?
I think everybody's waiting for the weekend.
Everybody's waiting for the weekend. And
But wait, we have a
drink this class, you guys. I don't have a drink because
Okay.
we have a lot of cooking going on. But you can.
Do
drink
we have a
nice cold
question?
beer.
We have a question.
Yes.
Do you pre-cook your potato wedges?
Yes, I do, and that was what I was gonna say. Okay, so what I like to do, because you know potatoes tend to, when you don't boil them or they tend to cook. They're starchy vegetable, and they tend to cook for longer. Okay, so what I like to do is I cut my potatoes into lengthwise wedges, and I do put them in the oven for not in the oven, in the microwave, in a microwave safe bowl for 3 minutes. Okay, you guys, and that's gonna help the cooking process on the grill, because sometimes you're gonna add your potatoes and they're gonna take forever. It's also like adding corn. It takes a long time. You can also kind of pre-cook it. You could, if you don't have a microwave. My parents don't have a microwave, and they always ask questions like, "What do I do if I can't put it in the microwave?" Just add a pot of boiling water and cook your potatoes for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then take them out of the boiling water. And they're pre-cooked. Okay, they're gonna be just a little bit of. They're gonna be fork tender a bit. And then that's it. But you don't want them to, you don't want to overcook your potato. You just want them to pre-cook. So when they're cooking in here, they're going to be nice and fully cooked and crispy, and they're not going to take forever, and you're going to eat your burgers before your fries. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Okay, any more questions on our meat? And I will say that I do like to season my meat really well. So I do like to add that parsley and that salsa inglesa, because it adds a lot of flavor. And I will say that I do the same with albóndigas. I season my meat the same as my burgers, same as I do with albóndigas. The only thing is I add an egg to albóndigas. So that's the only difference. But I love seasoning with dried parsley, and I love seasoning with salsa inglesa or Worcestershire. Okay. And let's go check on our fries. So look at this little guy. So look at my grilled, nice and toasty.
They look delicious.
Yes. And that paprika and that garlic, that's so good. It's honestly so good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some burgers, and you can stay here so that you can see. Remember to always start with a clean grill. Okay, so make sure, I'm just gonna move this out of the way because I want my patties. I'm gonna move my chiles. No, I'm gonna keep them guys over here. Okay, and I am gonna add a little bit of oil so my burgers don't stick. Just like that, we'll have a little bit of fire. No worries. Okay, so we're gonna start adding our burgers, and we're gonna cook them for about 3 minutes on each side, and that's a medium burger. I'm gonna add my burger, and when we flip after 3 minutes, you guys, we are going to add our cheese, but only until we have 1 minute left of our burgers in our grill. Okay, so this is always something that I feel people struggle with, is when do I add the cheese, because it never melts fast enough. Okay, so I'm just gonna grill these 4. Just like that. So I'm gonna close it, you guys. We're gonna close it for 3 minutes, okay? And then we're gonna add our cheese. I'll start separating my cheese, and I buy my Sargento cheddar slices at Northgate. And I'm gonna start, so I don't want that. And I'm gonna start separating my cheese slices so they're good to go. You can also do double cheeseburgers as well, okay? So if you want to eat 4 double cheeseburgers instead of beef burgers, you can definitely do that. And for my condiments, I have butter lettuce. You can also use red leaf lettuce or regular lettuce or iceberg. I really like butter lettuce. I feel like it has a really buttery, creamy taste to it and crunchy at the same time. I feel like the flavor is really good. So that's why I like to use butter lettuce, okay? And since when we're flipping our burgers and adding the cheese, and after we remove them from the grill, we're gonna let our burgers rest for about 5 minutes, okay? So that's when we're gonna warm up our bread, okay? You guys, our Bimbo hamburger bread, okay? That's when we're gonna heat it up and warm it when our burgers are resting, because it's not a steak, but it's definitely meat, and you do want it to rest, and you want the juices to stay in the burger, okay? So don't try to cut it right away, or don't try to eat it right away, because you'll have a better burger if you let it rest a bit, okay? This is really hot right here. So what is everybody making for 4th of July? Hopefully these burgers, or at least our Chiles Toreados. But what is everybody cooking? It's 4th of July.
I don't know. We'd like to hear from you guys.
Yes.
I know
Somebody in the
there's,
back. What are you cooking for 4th of July?
they're making you quit cook. They're gonna
Besides these burgers. Oh, she said carne asada. Carne asada is a good one.
We have some hot dogs here and some hamburgers. Oh,
Yes.
smoking ribs.
Ooh, rib sounds good. Rib sounds good. And you can leave the camera there. I'm just going to check on our fries, our potato wedges.
We have some people waiting for your burgers.
And we are going to flip our burgers now, you guys, okay? We are going to flip our burgers because it's been over 3 minutes, and I see there, you can come around. And you're gonna see a nice grill marks on the, look at that, on the burgers. One, never go like this, you guys. Never squish it, because you're letting all the nice juices that we saved for on our burger, you're gonna let them out. Okay, so don't do that. Just flip them once, and now I'm gonna close it, and in 2 minutes, I'm going to add the cheese. Okay, you guys? Woo, nice smoky scent. Sorry if I start crying, I swear. It's only el humo de esto. And any funny grill stories? Anything else? I have a cousin who actually, she was turning on the grill and her eyelashes burst. So that's a funny story. But she was very little and she should have been turning on the grill. Okay, so that's not a funny story, just a warning, I guess. What else? And I actually made more palomas from last class. I made a picture for today because everybody liked it so much that they wanted to have a drink. My family was in the back. They wanted to have a drink and they wanted to eat burgers with a grapefruit basil paloma. Okay, you guys. So this is from last class.
Well, let me tell you, I wasn't able to be in the last class,
I know.
but I got so many requests for that paloma recipe that we need to post it somewhere.
Yes, and I actually shot a little video of it, so I'm gonna post it real soon. Because
Awesome.
It's a super easy drink that you can, like that picture I made earlier, and I had it in the fridge. And when people come over, you can just pour it over ice, and you're good. Also, a burger you can have it with some cold beer or michelada, and even a glass of red wine goes really well with burger. So we're going to add our cheese, you guys. Ooh. We're going to add our cheese. I'm just going to move our potatoes around a bit. Look at this nice and crispy potato, you guys. Nice and crispy. It's not fried, it's grilled. So it's a nice side to have with your burgers, okay? And we're gonna check on the Chiles Toreados as well. Ooh, that's looking nice and good. Just gonna move this around. Ooh, the soy sauce, sorry. The soy sauce and the salsa inglesa help with the onions to caramelize instead of actually caramelizing like in a pan. The burgers are looking real nice. I'm actually gonna take some out now. Burgers look amazing. Look at that, you guys. Look at that nice cheese and juicy meat that's ready to go in our delicious pan Bimbo, okay? That I'm actually gonna add to our, okay, and I'm adding our Bimbollos parrillada. Okay, you guys, this is the ones I'm using. I love the sesame seeds on top. I know there are some that don't have sesame seeds as well, but I just love the traditional ones, okay? So I'm gonna put these guys, so if your grill doesn't have this, just when everything's done, just lower your temperature, but I'm gonna add this on the little rack that's on top, okay, of the grill. It's normally for heating things up, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna place it right there. Just like that. 2 pieces of my bread. That's hot, you guys. So these are the ones that I use. They have a lot of options. They also have the little ones that I'll show you that we had earlier. They also have these bimbollos that don't have sesame seeds and they're a little smaller. Okay, so maybe you can do kids and maybe you can do adults, and you're good to go, you guys. But see, we're letting our burgers rest. Remember to let your burgers rest. It also gives you time. It also gives you time to do other things while the burgers rest, okay? So I'm gonna take these patties. I'm gonna plate my burger and I'll show you how I do it. And who loves a little chilito next to their burger? When we go to In-N-Out, we always get the little, what are they, banana peppers or pepperoncinis, I think. Yeah, we always
Yellow
get the little ones.
Well, I just asked for the yellow peppers.
Yeah, me too. I always do the little peppers, and they always give you the little peppers in a bag. So, let me check on my bread. Oh, look at that, you guys. Nice little grill marks on my Bimbo bread. Look at that. De revista, muchachos. Para que no les digan que las mujeres no pueden usar la parrilla, ¿eh?
Yes, I'm going to post the recipe on the chat.
Yes.
And then when you get your email for registering for the class, you should get it too, but I just
Yes, you should have gotten it as well. Okay, you guys.
Here you go.
So here we go, you guys, okay? What we're gonna do is we're going to add to our Bimbo bread, we're going to add that not so secret Chipotle sauce that we made. And be generous, you guys. The recipe makes a lot because people go nuts for this sauce, okay? So be generous because when you're drinking your burger, I want to drink something. Okay, when you're eating your burger, you want to have those little nice pieces and nice juicy drips of this sauce, okay, you guys? It has a bunch of flavor and it goes perfectly well with everything we're adding to our burger. So I like to add it on each side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our patty with cheese. Ooh, look at that. And we're going to add some tomatoes. Add 2 slices of tomatoes, just like that. I'm gonna add butter lettuce. To add a lot of lettuce because it's nice and crunchy. And what we're gonna do is, can you pass me a fork, please? I wanna show you guys how these caramelized cebollitas from the Chiles Toreados look. Look at these guys. They're nice and caramelly. They're citrusy. They're really good, you guys, okay? And if you get sweet onion, they're gonna be a little bit on the sweet side as well. But it's a nice way of making cebollitas caramelizadas, and you're also getting chiles toreados, you guys. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like you're also getting two recipes in one, I guess. So look at this little chile. Look at this. It's a nice. Ooh. Take it easy.
Wow.
So what we're gonna do is we have. Look here, you guys. Show them. So we have our wedges. Look at that, nice and crispy on the edges, and with grill marks as well. And then we have our pan Bimbo, our not so secret chipotle sauce, tomato, the patty that you seasoned to perfection, and then you added those condiments. And then we have the lettuce and that little cebollitas, caramelized onion from the Chiles Toreados that also have a bit of spice to it. So it's really good. So even if you don't bite into the chile güero, you will still get a little bit of that chile taste, but mild, because chiles güero are, and they're kind of like jalapeños. They can be, you can get one that's really spicy, or you can get one that's not as spicy, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, after I clean this up, okay, is we're gonna grab our burger, just like that. Look at that, you guys. Look at that beauty, you guys. Look at that.
Such a beautiful.
Juicy,
That is
delicious,
amazing.
not expensive at all. We have a knife. I wish we can cut it into it.
El señor Jorge is gonna have a good dinner.
El señor Jorge se le está saliendo la baba por allá atrás.
I know.
Okay, so we're gonna cut into it. Never just like take a bite of it. I have to. You guys, you have to do a close up of this. Look at that, you guys. Look at that.
That looks amazing.
My sister tried this because we made one earlier, and she's like, "This is the best In-N-Out burger I've ever had." I'm like, "It's not In-N-Out. I made it." She's like, "I know, but it's like better than In-N-Out." That's what I wanted to say. It was a compliment. I'm like, "Thank you." It was a compliment. So look at this nice burger, and you want those drips. If your hands don't get dirty when you're eating a burger, there's something not right.
I agree. Something definitely wrong.
You have to bite into it. And yeah. So should I
go for it?
Into it? Yes. Like those curls. So you remember to make your patties larger than your bun so they don't shrink. Your sauce, your wedges. You can dip your wedges in that not so secret sauce as well. And you ready for the weekend, you guys, or for any weekend or for any weekday? You guys are ready.
We're ready for summer.
Ready for
and
summer.
With your paloma recipe, awesome. Thank you
That's a year-round recipe, though.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you guys for your patience, and thank you for tuning in. And remember, if you make this, tag us, tag me, tag Northgate. We're always so happy to see when you guys actually cook and publish the recipes and take pictures of it. So thank you for cooking along. Thank you for joining. And we have another class next week, Thursday, July 8th. And it's a cherry class, okay, you guys? So I'm doing recipes with cherries. And I love cherries. I'm not a big fruit person, but cherries are my favorite fruit. And they're in season, so they're nice and ripe and plump and delicious. And we'll be cooking with cherries next week, okay? So stay tuned.
Thank you, Isabella. See you soon.